Listen, all of you need to listen. The SEC is officially effed. Okay. We have gotten some pretty insane portions of information from the SEC, and plenty of exclusive legal professionals and legal officials are beginning to weigh in due to the fact there is a few huge contradictions that are taking place right now, which would possibly even make it so the SEC is going to be completely abolished within the destiny. Okay, some in reality insane stuff. And I got to say, in terms of Brad Garlinghouse, when it comes to Gary Gensler, in relation to Stuart Alderotoy of Root, the chief legal officer at Ripple, they're all dropping bombshells proper now. It is insane, a loopy time to be involved in XRP, and also time that is going to carry a ton of possibilities for you men. So I need you guys to pay attention up and truly obliterate that like button, so each person sees this due to the fact that is a bombshell update. Let's get into the video. And so we need to start with Ripple's chief prison officer, because he made a killer announcement that I frankly think desires all the eye inside the global right now, because it honestly says something about the SEC. Let's see what he had to say. He says the SEC lost on all key points. That's why they appealed. Today, Ripple filed a pass enchantment to ensure not anything's left on the table, which includes the argument that there cannot be a funding settlement without there being critical rights and obligations observed in a settlement. Now, this is surely cool due to the fact the Ripple crew is not simply letting the enchantment get denied from the SEC, which is extraordinarily probably to happen. However, now they're doing a pass enchantment. Now, the cause why this is so large is due to the fact if this does get approved, then the STC will now not be capable of filing any more appeals. It's essentially like this is the rule of the regulation. You can't say no to this. That is final. And that is sincerely essential for what I'm going to reveal you men very soon. But permits read some greater. Importantly, the STC has already stated they are not attractive, the ruling that XRP itself isn't always a security. They even apologized in some other case for suggesting a token itself might be a safety. That's the law, and an attraction on these other problems doesn't change it. Last year, the SEC unsuccessfully attempted to take an early appeal of the rulings that Ripple's XRP sales on exchanges and Ripple's different XRP distributions want to employees and builders have been securities. They'll probably go after those once more, and they will lose on both once more. The fact that the SEC right now could be capable of even try this need to be on absolutely everyone's radar. All of you guys should be taking note of this. They can constantly attract and appeal the use of taxpayer money. So it's why this cross-enchantment is so important. If we do not do that properly, then the SEC goes to retain to apply millions of taxpayer dollars to basically try and bankrupt Ripple due to the fact they need to. And that is so unbelievably corrupt. But in case you suppose it is terrible, simply wait, okay? Now, Stuart finishes his whole statement by pronouncing, "We look forward to the Federal Court of Appeals in the end setting a stake in the heart of Gensler's faulty assault on our industry, as do I too." Oh my goodness, please, federal court, give the sector justice. That's all we want. Now, Brad Garlinghouse did quote retweet this, and he had a few other matters to say on top of this. He says, as I said in advance this month, if Gensler and the SEC cared about the rule of thumb of regulation, they might receive their loss and circulate on, but they are now not interested in faithfully applying the regulation or in providing clarity to industry gamers inside the US. Under Chair Gary Gensler, the agency is only interested in creating havoc. US innovation and error be damned. I could not agree extra. Now, with our go enchantment these days, we're searching forward to sealing the SEC's fate and subsequently placing and give up to the SEC's law by using enforcement timetable. Ripple changed into the enterprise chief in the first go-round in middle, and we stay up for main the way in this sphericals properly. Once again, in case you are inside the crypto enterprise, you ought to recognize what XRP is doing. If you don't respect XRP, you do not respect cryptocurrency due to the fact XRP is the handiest crypto that has provided this level of clarity for each other player in the enterprise. Now, it is no longer to mention that this is stopping the SEC from persevering with to be corrupt and without a doubt insane. However, the courtroom of public opinion is the maximum vital part of all of this. The public is ultimately waking as much as the fact that the CC is doing the alternative of their process. I imply simply observe how viral these posts are going on X, the, of course, freedom of speech social media platform. It's absolutely extraordinary stuff. Now, following all of this, okay, in case you concept this could not get any crazier or any more silly, observe this. This is from Justin Slaughter, who's the VP of Regulatory Affairs at Paradigm. Now, we're going to just examine this really short because that is really critical. Look at this point. I'd recognize it if Chair Gary Gensler simply said brazenly what he is rumored to mention privately, that he's looking to wreck crypto for the sake of other markets, and he is willing to guess the CC's regulatory powers at the Supreme Court, even as making a song, "Luck Be a Lady Tonight." This is following this bombshell statement from Cumberland, who's another organization that become just focused through the SEC. And I'm going to show you guys something through the give up of this video that is going to probably make you men either snicker or pull your ears out, one or the other. I don't know which one goes to be, however, live tuned for that nevertheless, because you do want to look at. Okay, so Cumberland issued this declaration. They say, nowadays we have become the brand new goal of the CC's enforcement first approach to stifling innovation and preventing valid companies from conducting virtual belongings. This comes no matter bipartisan pushback on their method in the most recent House Financial. Now, I definitely showed you men a few clips of that, wherein the SEC became called a rogue enterprise, cited for his failure to paintings with Congress and brought to mission for abusing his power. Now, of Root, the top of enforcement inside the CC, lately also resigned, and now he's getting a task inside the personal quarter. So a variety of humans are starting to consider this. They're like, why is the SEC so keen on this enforcement-first approach? Sue the hell out of everyone using taxpayer money, despite the fact that every person disagrees with it. And it looks like the answer to that question is, it's touched down them jobs within the personal zone which are paying them plenty more money. They're basically doing the grimy work for massive businesses which might be competing with digital assets right now through their very own blockchain developments. And after they have essentially performed their bidding and finished their deal with the devil, they're getting hired at these jobs for salaries which might be more than 5x of what they were getting at the SEC. It is just insane stages of corruption. And this is why I assume that lobbies need to be stopped within the United States of America. Lobbying is the single root purpose for all of those issues. All of this money is going to those sec humans from behind the scenes, and all of these return backhand offers that are going on with some of these federal organizations is the cause that is happening. Now, Cumberland, in their announcement, had a few other crucial matters to say. A problem in our case is the SEC's view that a number of our transactions involving Shore crypto property had been protection transactions. We have engaged in 5 years of good faith discussions with the SEC in this point. Did they ever point out this up till these days? No. So if you're in constant communications with the SEC speaking about all exceptional avenues of your commercial enterprise, and that they simply say, we are going to sue you even though we're in active discussions proper now and did now not deliver any single strive at even attempting to find a few kind of common ground, I suppose it will become adamantly clean to everyone worried that irrespective of who you are. You aren't secure from the SEC so long as you're worried in digital assets to any diploma. Now, Coverling is going on to say on our cease, we have shared dozens of written summaries and statements, produced lots of pages of cloth, and made our senior control and compliance personnel available for many hours of interviews. Today's criticism is the primary time the SEC has mentioned the precise transactions and troubles. Thousands of pages, infinite conversations with unique compliance personality, ICC. Are you guys beginning to see what is going on right here? I think it's so clean to each person with even a half of a functioning mind that this isn't always okay. The SEC asserts these transactions required us to sign in as a dealer provider. Why did not this arise earlier than whilst we strongly disagree we took that step and purchased a registered broker? Provider in 2019, only then, in spite of Chairman Gensler's name to simply are available in and register, had been, we told, we are able to simplest use our broking dealer to change Bitcoin or Ethereum. So what is happening right here is Bitcoin and Ethereum, the simplest non-securities here, what is going on? And they're not even underneath the jurisdiction of the SEC nevertheless.